Swing, swing, swing. Today we're going to be talking about my first melee weapon of this series, I guess, of the best perks in the game. Today we're going to be talking about the Spectral Blade, which many know is my favorite melee in the entire game. I won't say that it's the best because I don't think that one exists, but it has a lot of qualities that I really stand by. So the Spectral Blade swings fast, which is honestly a huge perk if you're using the Blast from the Past team perk. It has amazing damage when it's not even being utilized by that perk, which on its own makes it a fantastic weapon, something that I can even pull out as a soldier when I'm taking down mini-bosses that have smokescreen. Its perks are incredible. I'll show it right here. Every single slot on this weapon is usable for something good. Like, if you don't want that extra damage, you want movement speed, you can do that. In fact, you can have double movement speed on this thing. What you can also do is put double heavy attack efficiency, so you can lunge many times over. I'll show that famous clip of of Link's basically flying when that used to reset your Mantis Leap. They patched that, but it is still very effective as a mode of getting around very fast. So this can be a utility if you're not using it just for damage. So if you get copies of the birthday llamas that are currently in the game as I'm recording this, then you might want to consider doing something like that. But what I've gotten for here is a pure damage loadout. So the only thing controversial about this, it's pretty straightforward. The snare buffs its 6th perk, crit rating, crit damage is really solid for a weapon like this. I opt for attack speed for 2 reasons. One, I like attack speed. It swings much more faster and makes it a lot less awkward to use in battle. Even if double crit damage might be better, I really do prefer having that attack speed for the swing. And then 2, utilizing the team perk aforementioned. So if I head on over to my ninja loadout, I will link below my video on this ninja loadout and why I use what I use, and not this one specifically, but what the best ninja loadout is overall. And I talk about a lot of different options. But Blast from the Past is a perk that I have been using quite a bit, and Paleo Luna is effectively the melee ninja at this point. I mean, you just can't not use her. She buffs your damage by 16.5% of your current health, which when using this loadout with like a stacked lobby can easily be over 1 million, and that means you're adding over 160,000 to every single swing, and that's why we're using attack speed on this. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, I wanted to make this video as fast as possible just because I didn't want to dilly-dally. It has this odd perk where you can put water on it, but not any other element. I don't recommend that at all. I mean, if you've got like the Masamune or whatever you call that, the Founder's Sword, which is fire, and then you've got some other sword like the Vintertech Slicer or something that covers your nature, maybe you want to make Spectral Blade water. I prefer energy. I'm going to keep it as is. Never do physical if you're in the high-end game. If you're in like Plankerton or lower, physical will be fine, but I think this thing comes energy and I wouldn't look back. So that's it for the Spectral Blade. It's probably, like I said, my favorite melee in the game, and I don't think it's going to change simply because it's got so many options for perks. It swings nice and fast, which utilizes Blast from the Past. It looks amazing. It comes from the Frost Knight event, so it's really got a nice aesthetic. And the heavy attack is something that I kind of brushed on in terms of mobility, but it's actually fantastic for combat. I am constantly lunging towards enemies and getting myself out of tricky situations or closing gaps when I'm jumping over a long crevice. I don't know if I'll be able to get footage of that, but you know what I mean. Like, it helps a lot to get around when using that. And something that I'm going to actually add in as a little tip, because Saurian Focus didn't exist when I made the video on the ninjas. I think he might have. I might be eating my shoe here, but him constantly regenerating energy is really fantastic for that perk. So yeah, the heavy attack on this is really nice as well. So all around, this weapon just checks every single box and is my personal favorite. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Oh, and if you really enjoyed, you might want to check out one of these other videos. I make a lot of these kind of things. And yeah, oh, look at that. Oh, we got patrons on the screen. These guys support me every single month. Thank you, guys.